Doc went back to gambling and dealing cards at the Long Branch Saloon. Doc kept to the law while in Dodge City. Obviously, his friends there.
Right.
Then a number of Texas Cowboys arrived with a herd of cattle ready to let loose after many weeks on the trail. Well, this group was led.
He was in not just because his buddies were there. He was in a well organized town where,
right.
You know.
And this is the story I was just telling you about earlier. Why Earp will be a longtime friend of Doc.
Right.
After those Texas Cowboys arrived in town, they were ready to cut loose. The group was led by Ed Morrison.
Break loose.
The group was led by Ed Morrison, who Earp humiliated in Wichita a few months ago, and a man named Toby Driscoll.
Okay.
They came through town's guns a-blazing, shooting out windows and entering the Long Branch Saloon and started harassing customers.
These guys came through town like a typical movie.
All right, just
where there's a bunch of bandits coming in, pew pew pew,
busting guns in the air and stuff.
Right.
All the citizens were running into their houses and all that good stuff. Right.
Right. Doing all that with their. Yeah.
Well, they did that. They went into Long Branch Saloon, started harassing customers. Well, Earp burst through the door only to find several guns pointed at his face.
Ooh. Obviously.
Well, Morrison stepped forward and said, "Pray and jerk your gun. Your time has come, Earp." The voice behind Morrison said, "No, friend. You draw or throw your hands up." Doc had a revolver to Morrison's temple.
Oh.
He was playing cards in the back and heard the commotion. He then said, "If any of you bastards pose a gun and your leader here loses what's left of his brains."
Yes, but he didn't say it like that.
Well, they all dropped their arms, and how would he not?
I don't think he talked like that.
Not everybody's Val Kilmer. Everybody can't be Val Kilmer's fucking Doc Holliday. Let's put it that way.
Right. But,
they all dropped their arms, and Earp busted Morrison over the head with his gun. He then took Morrison and Driscoll to jail. Wyatt never forgot that Doc saved his life that night, later saying, "The only way anyone could have appreciated the feeling I had for Doc after the Driscoll-Morrison business would have been to stood in my boots at the time Doc came through the Long Branch doorway." Meaning, he was never so effing glad that he saw somebody in his life because he knew he was murdered on the spot had Doc Holliday not come and put his gun to Morrison's temple.
Yeah, it was over.
And that, my friends, is a story
that saves
of two friends right there.
Doc Holliday is the reason of Wyatt Earp.
Doc Holliday is the reason Wyatt Earp
does what he does.
Came to live, and the OK Corral even happened.
Sometime later,
let's put it that way.
Well, sometime later, Doc and Kate got into an argument and very pissed off at each other. Doc left and winded up in Trinidad, Colorado. After arriving there, he was goaded into gunfight with a local gambler named Kid Colton. Dang, man, these people just don't stop messing with Doc.
Everywhere he goes, man.
All right, the kid ended up deceased on the street.
Well, of course he did.
Not wanting to linger around for that.
Obviously.
Doc was like, "Time to go."
Uh-oh.
He's like, "Where are we going?" "We're going to Las Vegas." "Oh, I always wanted to go to Nevada." Like, "No, we're going to real Las Vegas, New Mexico." No, Doc was like, "We're going to Las Vegas, New Mexico, guys."
What year is it?
1879.
Yes.
He practiced dentistry for a couple weeks, but soon bought a saloon.
He did.
He came there just for legitly reasons, and it was like, you know what?
And if you guys remember, he bought a saloon with the Dodge City gang member. Yeah. That was his partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In August of 1879, he got into an argument with a man named Mike Gordon.
Oh, Mike, you shouldn't have done it.
Right. Him and Mike went out to the street where Doc told him to shoot at any time.
And guess what?
Like, do it.
Guess what?
And Gordon's like, "I will.
I will."
And guess what he did? He did.
He did it.
But
he was the early version of Phil Collins.
Right.
Mike Gordon did it. that was what was going on the streets back then. It was like Mike Gordon did it.
Yeah, but guess what happened to Mike Gordon?
What happened?
He ended up having 3 shots in the stomach.
Oh man.
Mikey Gordon, 3 shots in the stomach.
Shot dead.
A lynch mob formed and drove Holliday back to Dodge City, where he found that Kate was gone.
Yep.
And that Wyatt had went to Tombstone to strike it rich.
He did.
He's like, "Katie's gone. These motherfuckers are coming to get me." I'm sorry.
My only friend.
These mother truckers are coming to get me.
My only friend
is gone.
That I actually went here for. I didn't go here for Kate. I went here for Earp. And guess what? He gone.
So Wyatt was like, "You know what? There's nothing left here in Dodge City for me. I'm going to Tombstone. And by God, I hope my buddy is there."
Well, guess what? Unknowns to him, Kate was also on the way to Tombstone,
So it's working out for
and the
him.
two ran into each other in Prescott, Arizona.
Nice.
Kate was happy to keep Doc company because at this time he was pocketing $40,000 in winning from gambling.
Wait a
It's a
minute.
lot of money in the 1870s, folks. $40,000 in winnings.
Right.
It's a lot of money. Doc was rich.
Doc was rich.
By early 1880, they arrived in Tombstone finally. There, he not only ran into Wyatt, but his brothers James, Virgil, and Morgan.
Mm,
James was a faro dealer at a saloon,
of course.
while Virgil was the deputy marshal.
Damn right he was.
He appointed Wyatt the city marshal and Morgan as an officer.
Right.